I have a confession to make. I used to identify as non-binary. I know. It's embarrassing. But let me explain to you why I no longer do identify as it. To make things simple, when I started to suffer from dysphoria when I hit puberty, I eventually stumbled across transgender stuff on the internet, so I thought, holy shit. Okay. This can apply to me. So, of course, I looked deeper into it to make sure that I was actually transgender. Unfortunately, I dug too deep and fell into the rabbit hole of Tumblr. I looked through these made-up genders as if they were items in a magazine. I kept thinking to myself, well, I'm not the most masculine person out there, so I'm obviously not a trans man, I'm just non-binary. So, I identified as non-binary. Despite desiring biologically male features, like a flat chest and a penis, I told myself I was non-binary because I didn't feel like a stereotypical male. And that's the thing. Personality traits aren't genders. It took me a bit to realize that I could be a transgender man and not snort protein powder like cocaine in the gym locker rooms. It is true that women tend to be feminine and men tend to be masculine, but that doesn't mean if you aren't the most feminine girl in the world, that you're non-binary. Same goes for if you are not the most masculine boy in the world. And while I'm a considerably masculine person myself, just because I like to paint and I like cute little puppies and kittens isn't the female side coming out of me. That doesn't make me a deme boy. It means I'm a guy who likes to paint and likes cute little puppies and kittens. Really, what it really boils down to is whether or not you are comfortable with your biological sex. Throw the idea of masculinity and femininity out of the window. Pretend they don't even exist. Think about your biological sex. If you had to choose between being biologically female or being biologically male, what would you choose? I am a biological female, but I would be more comfortable in a biologically male body, which makes me transgender. So, that is why I no longer identify as non-binary, because I won't let my personality dictate my gender. That was my personal experience. I recommend typing up the word transgender or only two genders into the YouTube search engine, and you will find several far more detailed videos about this subject, like how there's only biologically two genders, the neurology and evidence behind transsexualism, how being non-binary doesn't fit into that evidence, and how non-binaryism is harmful to transsexualism, whether or not the people who identify as it know they are hurting us or not. Well, that's my story. Have a good day, everybody.